Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Good afternoon, lovely people. Hope you're well and welcome back to another live match preview. 2 seasons ago, Liverpool trailed Barcelona after a first leg semi-final and turned it around. Last season, Liverpool trailed Atletico Madrid, but couldn't turn it around. This season, we go into the second leg against Real Madrid, needing to beat them by 2 clear goals at least. Can we turn it around? But before we answer that, we're delighted to be joined by Zane Talks Sports. Zane, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm great. Thanks, guys, for having me. It's really
No, absolute pleasure. Absolute pleasure. Thanks for coming on and making time for us. Do appreciate it. So Zane, as our guest, I'm going to come to you first. The first leg was pretty much as bad as it could have got. However, we did get an away goal. Was there anything in that game that makes you feel confident going into this second leg now?
I don't think there was anything in that game that made me confident. I think the only thing probably is that we managed to score a goal. But I think what gives me a bit of confidence is Fabinho kind of had an off game, and it doesn't happen a lot. So I believe that this game, he can be the one who changes things around, and that gives me confidence.
Great shout. That is a good point. Fabinho has been possibly our best player this season. So, yeah, for him to have an off game is very weird. Drift, I'll come to you. Apart from Fabinho having an off game, anything that you sort of saw in that game that may give you a little bit of hope going into this second leg?
Yeah, if I take my own pessimistic, worried feeling out of it and just try and look at it objectively, the 5 or 10 minutes in the game where Liverpool kind of played themselves, Real Madrid absolutely couldn't cope. And it's more infuriating that wasn't just how we played the whole game, because we might have actually beaten them. Do you know what I mean? You look at the first 5 or 10 minutes of that second half, and Real Madrid didn't have a clue what was going on, because we actually kind of went for them a bit, and we got a goal. And then we just like shrunk back into our shell after we got that goal, and then all of a sudden they were back 2 goals up again. So if you look at it from that point of view, you'd like to hope that if Klopp really can rile up the guys and get underneath them and light a fire and be like, look, we need 95 minutes of that. If you give us 95 minutes of that, then there's quite possibly a chance that we could actually do something in a game. If I'm looking at objectively, that's the only hope I can muster up going into this game. Just looking at that 5 or 10 minutes and thinking, can we spread that over 90? If we can, then I think we can do it. Clean sheet against these boys, I have no hope in. But, you know what I mean? Let's just go at them for the whole game.
Zane, sorry. I've been pronouncing your name Zane. Is it Zane?
It is.
Apologies. Apologies.
Yes,
sorry. Right. So like Mane. Okay. So now I see why he's your favorite player as well. I get it now. It's making sense.
You see who? Who?
Mane.
Okay.
So Zane, sorry for getting your name wrong.
That's fine. It's honest mistake.
Thank you. Sorry, just quick super chat before I come to you, Matt. ZZ, we've been dead all season. Ties over. It's not very optimistic, ZZ.
That was my burner account. So.
Matt, any hope in this game for you? Did you take anything out of that last game?
The only thing I took out of that last game is that I don't think we can play any worse in terms of it was a massive game. We didn't show up. We looked nervous as well. I don't understand how you can look nervous against a Real Madrid team that didn't have missing some of their best players. We weren't even playing in the Bernabeu. It's almost like, dare I say, do you know when we played Barcelona 2 seasons ago and we had no Salah and no Firmino? Yeah.
Yeah, no Salah, no Firmino.
Barcelona didn't know what hit them. It's like they prepared for the wrong players, almost like we did, but we kind of knew beforehand a lot of them weren't going to play other than Varane. So my only hope is this, yeah. We don't have to go there no more, but obviously, do you know what it is? I like to think that we can win it. We can. But what's going to be so crucial is getting that first goal. Real talk. If they score first, dare I say it, I don't want to say it, but I think it's over. If we score first, I genuinely believe that we will go through because I feel like the pressure will start to build on them. I really do. And I just feel like once we get that goal, we will sort of maybe get in their heads a bit and they might start to doubt themselves because I still feel like this Real Madrid team can be got at. There's no Lucas Vazquez as well. He's not playing either. He's injured as well, right?
Yeah, he got injured at the weekend, yeah.
Yeah, he had a very good game.
I think he's out, yeah. I think he's out for the rest of the season. So thoughts go out to him.
He had a very good game against Mane. He had a very good game. So I don't know who they're going to play there now. I don't know whether Carvajal is back. I think he might be injured as well, if I'm not mistaken.
So Sorry, Zane?
No, I was saying he's injured. I checked before.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the injury, Zane? Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. So again, it's like, for me, again, they've got so many injuries. We have to like take advantage of this. If we don't, it's going to be a sad story, innit? That Liverpool went out to a Real Madrid team that were missing so many players. And I know we haven't got our usual crop of players, especially in defence, but I still think we're good enough to go through. What's going to hurt me, again, is that if they score first, I'm worried heads will drop. I am. Because this ain't the same team from the beginning of the season, dare I say. This ain't even the same team from last year. The mentality is very different. And I kind of feel like sometimes when we go behind, we don't have that same mentality as the mentality monsters as we recorded last season. We're not like that at the moment because of so many reasons. So I am positive, but I'm more nervous than what I realized until I was speaking to you guys. Yeah,
so Drift, I'm going to come back to you on this one and then get everyone else's opinions on this. So obviously we're trailing 3-1, so a 2-0 win takes us through in a tie. And I think that's a scoreline everyone's got in their mind. However, even if we're winning the game 3-0, Real Madrid still only need one to take it to extra time. So is it dangerous trying to go out for a 2-0 win? Should we not actually just, and I'm not saying to be reckless in the way we attack, but should we not try and go out and score literally as many goals as we can rather than just trying to look for a 2-0 because we're still in a precarious position?
Yeah, we just attack them for the whole game, man. Just attack them for the whole game. Do old school 18-19 Liverpool and just attack them for the whole game. Because I'm thinking, first of all, why do we always get Spanish opposition in the quarters of the semi-finals, man? Because they're like the hardest people to play in the tournament bar, like Bayern Munich, innit? Like,
makes it fun.
I don't even mean to be disrespectful to like the Italian clubs, but Juve and Inter and that would be easier than Atletico or Bar. Do you know what I mean? Like we always get the Spanish teams, always, man. Cal, just a tackle game. That's the only option we have. Like we ain't keeping no clean sheet. Let's keep it real, man. Come on, man. I reckon the only way we win this game is if we score 4 goals. Only way we win this game is if we score 4 goals. And I don't see us scoring 4 goals. Jeez. No, because as Cal said, it will go into extra time. We're not winning the shootout against these lot, yeah?
Because, what you're saying is true, though. Yeah,
we've got to win this in either normal time or extra time, yeah? I don't want no shootouts. We've been kind of poor in penalties, yeah? Apart from the Super Cup, and Tammy Abraham is kind of dead. That was probably the only reason that even happened, yeah? I don't want no penalties. We've got to score 4 goals in open play. How on earth did Liverpool score 4 goals in open play the way we're attacking?
I was just about to say, I don't know if you guys can remember. I can't remember the Liverpool that scored 4 goals in a game.
It was probably Crystal Palace, right?
It must have been.
Was it Leicester or Wolves? One of them two. Did we score 4 against Wolves?
It was
Crystal
4 against.
Palace, that would have been the last time we scored 4 goals.
No, it's 4-0. 4-0 against Wolves. You're right, man.
4-0 against Wolves. Yeah, it's 4-0 against Wolves.
But wasn't that before Palace though?
Yes, because that was when there were fans in the ground. I think there were definitely fans. Yeah, there were fans in the ground for the Wolves game. I think that was the last game where we had fans at Anfield.
Someone else.
It was. I'm sure it was before the Palace. Yeah. Either way, we don't get 4 goals. And when was the last time we kept a clean sheet, boys? Can anyone tell me?
Yeah,
Zane, can
Arsenal.
anyone tell? When was the last time we kept the clean sheet?
Arsenal game.
Oh yeah, for real.
I
But I know
don't
what you're
count
gonna
that,
say.
man. That's
I knew
Arsenal.
you was gonna say
No,
that. It's
When was the
Arsenal. It
last
don't
time we
matter.
played
I'll
It don't
be
a
honest
matter.
proper
with you.
game and kept the clean sheet?
I'll be honest with you. I'm scared to say it now because I feel like it's going to come back to bite me. But I actually genuinely wouldn't be surprised if he kept a clean sheet in this.
Well, there goes
Straight
the
up.
clean sheet even more, then, isn't it?
No, all right. I'll explain why. Last week when we played against them, defensively we were no. I'd say attacking wise and midfield wise, we were atrocious. We didn't shut them down, and they had all the time in the world. And from that, they created a few clear-cut chances. But I think if our midfield getting amongst their midfield, I think you shut their team down. If our midfield wins the battle, we shut their team down. And I think we can.
Massive
and I think,
if.
I know it is, but I think if Klopp's a world-class manager, if anyone learns from their mistakes, in my opinion, Klopp is one of the best at doing that. And I think he learned from last week. I think the lads would have learned from last week. And I think we'll go in and we'll make a real go of it. I genuinely do. I know you don't agree, Drift, but I'll be honest. For me, this tie ain't over. It's not over yet. Zane, I don't know if you agree. Do you think it's still on, or am I just being stupid?
I think it's definitely still on. I'm not sure about the clean sheet because I will say a thing I never thought I will, but I'm a bit worried about Alisson and the way he has played the last couple of games. So I'm not sure if he has a clean sheet in him. I really hope he does, and I really hope he comes together and gives us that. But I think it's going to go extra time. I really think so. I think we're going to be good, but I think we're going to concede.
Fair enough. Zizi once again, clean sheet with Phillips and Kabak laughing faces. Zizi, we need to get you a bit more positive. That's my goal.
So guys, just on Alisson, yeah, because Zane just mentioned him. I feel like it might have been a little bit harsh on him in the Villa game. You know, like I was watching it back, and you know when everyone was like, it was his mistake. Like, yeah, he should have saved it, but I think he got a bit too much slander. Like it weren't like a fumble and do you get what I mean? It was one of them ones where he should have went with his foot and he went with his hand and it went in. Straight at him. No, it was, but I feel like maybe it was a bit harsh to like really get on his back. If you get like it was one of them ones where he should have stopped it, but it wasn't a blunder. I think there's straight at him.
I think it was a for me it was a clear goalkeeping error because
he should have saved it.
The ball came straight at him, bro, and it's like he got confused. He didn't know whether to use his hands or his feet. Like you're a goalkeeper.
No, but you remember they always say the hardest part for a goalkeeper to make a save is 2 feet away from his foot either side, because the goalie always has to make a decision whether he's going with his hand or his foot, and it's hard to get down with your hand. And in a split second, I do think that was why David De Gea was the best, because he always knew when to make the decision of I'm just going to save it with my foot because I doubt I can get my hand to it. So he should have saved it, but I don't think it was a blunder. I think a blunder is a bit harsh.
I disagree, bro. It was a mistake. Listen, do you know what it is with Ali? We're also accustomed to a world-class goalkeeper over the last couple of years that normally saves majority of things at him. So when something like that does happen, we automatically think we want to defend him. Like what we do with certain players. I won't mention any names, but some players we do get a bit like if they have a bad game or they go through poor form or whatever, we do get a bit like defensive. That's just natural because of what we expect from them. And here's the thing. Ali, for the last 2 years, has arguably been the best goalkeeper in the world. So when he does make that mistake, we're all like, no, Ali, man, come on, we know you can do better than that. Remember, people, if this was Adrian, we'd all be sitting there saying, this is what we expect from him anyway. So do you get what I'm trying to say? It's what we expect from Adrian, but we don't expect this from Ali. So that's why I look at it like it was a mistake. It was a small mistake, but it's still a mistake, isn't it? A mistake is a mistake, how I see it. So
I'm just waiting on the decline, but I just thought I'd defend him.
Is it? You had his on the decline, yeah? Okay.
Slyros one says, now D need to show Vinicius what a proper tackle is. As long as he doesn't get booked or red carded, I'm good with that. Yeah, as long as we stay within the rules and we don't do anything silly that puts us in a detrimental position, I'm good with that. Right, so you spoke about decline, so it's only right we start speaking about who we'd play in this game. So obviously we've just spoke about Alisson. I'm assuming everyone's still happy with Alisson starting over Adrian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Good. Just
no
want to make
debate
sure.
about that.
Just want to make sure we're all on the same page there.
Oh yeah.
Any changes to the back four? Obviously, Phillips, Kabak, Trent, and Robbo.
Yeah, no changes.
No change.
Yeah, no changes. Although, do you know what I'm slightly scared of? Because this is a massive game, and maybe Klopp is thinking we need to go all out attacking. I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if we saw Fabinho.
No.
I'm not saying I want it to happen, but I just wouldn't be shocked. If we saw that team sheet, I don't think everyone should sit there and go, what the hell is he doing? Because we've seen him do it before. And I think it's quite telling that normally, I know this is normally when we're behind, but he always takes off Kabak and puts Fabinho back to centre-back. It's like, bro, if you're going to play Kabak, you might just let him play the 90 minutes rather than moving Fabinho back. But it's because he feels like, from the way how we play football and the way how we like our centre-backs to kind of play out from the back, he knows Fabinho is obviously better than both of those two because of the passing range that he has. Although I still think it's a wrong choice at this time of the season. I think once you've made that decision to play Kabak and Phillips, I think you should just stick with it now and just hope that they can get better. But I'm just saying, don't be surprised if you.
I got shouted at when I said that, by the way.
You didn't get shouted at. We were just saying we hope that doesn't happen.
What's crazy is, I don't mean to be disrespectful to Phillips and Kabak, but I want them two to play and I want us to play our usual way and I want Fabinho to be in midfield because it's where he's most effective. But I also genuinely believe the only way we keep a clean sheet in this game is if Fabinho was at centre-back. And I know that's like a contradiction, but I genuinely feel like that would be the only way we'd keep a clean sheet in the 90 minutes.
So do you agree with that?
I'm not sure, like I'm in between because right after the Madrid game, the first one, I was thinking Klopp is going to put Fabinho back in centre-back position. But then we miss out so much in midfield and he's just such an important player in that midfield and he can stop all the Real Madrid attacks before they even start. So I don't think he's gonna do it, to be fair. I think maybe we'll see what happened in the last couple of games where he changes it in the last minutes if it will be necessary. It will be like 1-0 up or something. But in general, I think he will stick to the team and he will not try to break the partnership of Kabak and Phillips.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Zane. I am worried that we do play Fabinho at centre-back, though, but I don't think we will.
Would you be that worried, though, guys? Like, this is to each and every one.
There's no Henderson. No Henderson.
No, I know, but would you, like, all right, Zane, if you saw Fabinho starting the game at centre-back, are you worried or are you thinking... Or you actually even thinking more positive that Klopp is thinking, do you know what? The only way we're going to win this game is firstly playing progressively from the back. So that's playing out from the back. And not only that, scoring goals. Because that also means you're theoretically freeing up another midfielder in midfield. So we might not be at our best defensive shape, but maybe from an attacking point. What do you think about that?
I wouldn't be concerned to see him there. I just think that the second he started to play in midfield, our luck kind of changed around and we start to get better results than before. So I think I would prefer him in the midfield, but I wouldn't feel bad or anything if he was in centre-back.
Yeah. And you feel, what about you, Fifth? Do you feel the same as well?
Yeah. I wouldn't be angry, but I would be a bit worried that the midfield can't, as you lot were saying, overrun their midfield, which is the only way we win the game. But I do also believe the only way we keep a clean sheet is with Fabinho at the back. And it's contradictory, but it's a weird one, man. As Callum said just a minute ago, if Henderson was playing, I would probably put Fabinho at centre-back myself. I would. But without Hendo in the midfield, I don't know, man.
See, here's the thing. If Henderson is fit, for me personally, you go Fabinho, Thiago, and Henderson to press the hell out of them.
I hear that. And I agree with it. And I do agree with it. But I'm just thinking about, do you know what it is? I know, like, as I said, it's contradictory because I'm always like, play the centre-backs. Don't do all this midfielder in defence crap. Play the centre-backs. But you know what? Phillips and Kabak have the combined kind of experience and know-how to deal with this game of like a freshborn baby. Let's just keep it real. They have absolutely no clue how to do with this amount of pressure, players of this ability, nothing. Like, they have never played a Benzema or a Cruz before in their lives. Like, you know, I come back maybe obviously with Lewandowski. He has a little bit of, but a league game and a European game still have that different feel, different pressure, different, do you know what I mean? Like, they don't know what a Champions League quarterfinal is all about. They have no idea. And it worries me that they might get overwhelmed a little bit like they did in the first leg. I mean, the whole team did in the first leg, but I'm a little bit worried that with 10 minutes to go, we're winning 2-0. Have they got the headstrong mentality of like, nothing gets past? Is it going to be like, oh my God, we've only got 10 minutes and we're through? And then they get all like, you know what I mean, overzealous and anxious. I don't know, man. I'm a little bit worried about their mentality going into this game, man. That's the only thing.
I hear you, but you only build up that experience by playing in these occasions as well.
Yeah, but we ain't got time for learning on the job, Cal.
No, but that's the only
Christmas
way.
Eve, you've got no till training and they're telling you to go on tills, bro. It's a madness, you know?
Still got to learn it one way.
I'll say this.
What, Christmas Eve? That's the day you want to learn how to do work the till.
Sometimes you have to get thrown in the deep end. Sometimes you have to get thrown in the deep end.
Sometimes you learn better that way. No, you do. But one thing I'll say is this, yeah. Oh, actually, no, because I'm going to give away what I would have played in terms of format. So, yeah, let's move on to the next.
No, all right. So, go on then, Matt. I'll stick to you then. Midfield.
All right. Thinking of it now, as we're all talking, we're going to keep the defense the same. But for this game here where we need goals, for me personally, I think we should go 4-2-3-1. And I want to see 2 number 6s in Thiago and Fabinho. I feel like you're going to get the best out of Thiago if you've got a destroyer right next to him. A bit like how it was at Bayern Munich, when I know Goretzka used to play next to him, or even a Javi Martinez. They just let Thiago do his thing. Yeah, and Kimmich, and just let Thiago dictate the game. Because the only way we're going to, as you say, get anything good in midfield is if those two are right at the top of their game. I would go the 2 number 6s, although my head says to me, though, you know what Klopp's going to do? He's probably going to play Gini Wijnaldum. Most likely.
Zane, you're laughing. What's your thoughts on the midfield situation?
Zane agrees, right?
He will probably play Gini, but I'm all for Gini, but I think his latest performances have been a bit shocking if you compare it with what he's done before. So if it was up to me, I would drop him. And I'm not sure that Klopp will change formation. He never does, not before the game. Maybe he will change it during the game. But I think I would play Fabinho, Thiago, and Milner. I think possibly Keita, and I might get a lot of stick for this, but
no, you weren't going to get stick on this channel for Navigator. Don't worry about that. You're going to get no stick from me. Navigator's my guy. My listen. Yeah. Great minds think alike.
I think that will be an option just to move forward. But yeah, I think we will play Gini, but I'm not sure that we should.
Fair enough. Drift, who you going for midfield?
I'm playing the same midfield as Zane. I 100% agree. You need Millie in this game. You need that leadership. You need that know-how. You need that. If there's anyone who's going to know how to keep it going for 90 minutes, it's big bad Millie, innit? I'd play Millie. You know what? He's only got about maybe 3-4 big performances left in his legs. Let this be one of them. I would stick with the 4-3-3, and I would put Milner in the midfield. And you know what? If we're winning, and we've kind of got what we needed out of the game, then maybe possibly change to the 4-2-3-1 to have a little bit more defensive minded while we're trying to see out the game. But while we're trying to actually get the goals, I think we should stick with the 4-3-3 and just overrun their midfield. Because as Cal said at the beginning, beating their midfield is how we win. And I feel like we need more bodies in the midfield to do that then. The 4-2-3-1 works when you're thinking about getting goals, but it doesn't work in overrunning their midfield. And we have to overrun. We need to knock all of the spirit and belief out of them. Without the crowd, I don't know how we're going to do it. But we need to knock the belief out of them.
I hear what you're saying. In my opinion, even if you start with a 4-2-3-1, you can still get in and around there on midfield. Because think about it. So, all right, say for example,
You can't control the midfield with that formation. Though.
No, but here's what I'm saying. For me, Firmino, sorry, is the one that's going to be in between the lines, going at a Cruz. He can put himself on Cruz. Then obviously you got right about Modric, Modric for me is the other controller. That's where Fab or Thiago can, because those two to me dictate their game. If Firmino is in and around them the whole game, and then you've got the other two as well to support, bro, I'm telling you. And then you got to think about the other three that's in front as well. That's why I feel like.
But if you're going to ask Firmino to start getting involved in all that, then don't play him, because that's not what we need him for. If you're going to ask him to get involved in the battle of the midfield, then we're wasting what he's on the pitch for.
No, I disagree. I think you get more. I think you'll get more out for me. So like, I tossed and turned with this idea with Milner. The reason why I decided to go for a 4-2-3-1 as opposed to Milner is because, as good as Milner's leadership is, in games where we play against tactically fantastic players, he can be found a bit wanting sometimes. And he can be a bit sluggish to the ball sometimes and could give away silly and cheap free kicks. Now, if you're playing 4-3-3, the idea is to sort of match up with their midfield. You have the extra third man. So if they've got a progressive midfielder or a midfielder that likes to run and break the lines if they're running or passing, effectively that third midfielder can cover that. Modric, Kroos and Casemiro, as fantastic as they are, you wouldn't say any of them really break the lines if they're running or try and get into the box to score goals, or that's not their role. Their role isn't to score goals, it's to keep control of the game and provide balls out to the fullbacks and to the attackers. The best player in their midfield at distributing is Kroos. We have to shut off Kroos. And for me, the best way of doing that is sticking a number 10 on Kroos. And again, you can go with Shaqiri or Firmino. The reason I've gone with Firmino is because I think Firmino is better in the press and he's better at tackling than Shaqiri, even though I think Shaqiri is more creative than Firmino. I think if Firmino starts, his sole purpose in this game is to shut off Kroos from getting on the ball and dictating. And then secondary is to create and get involved in the attacking play. I think once you do that and you shut off Kroos, I think you give yourself a massive chance to win the game. Then obviously Casemiro pops up with goals from long range, but I think we can negate that threat by just making sure he's further out from the goal so he's not as much of a threat. And I think with Casemiro as well, he will have to be more mindful of playing a deeper role because we'll have 4 attackers. And then obviously Modric is going to do his thing. But again, if he's starved of the ball, there's only so much he can do. So the idea of me playing Fabinho and Thiago as a 6s to try and control and combat their midfield, but they'll also be able to push further up the pitch. And then also Firmino will hopefully do that work against Kroos that no one did in the first leg.
I get your logic. I do get your logic. I mean, if there's one thing I would say that Firmino looks like he's not good at anymore is pressing. But I'm not saying he can't come back and start doing it again. But that's probably the main problem I've had with him over the last 12 months. He doesn't really press that well anymore. I don't know if it's by design, by accident, if he's exhausted or whatever, but that's probably the only part of his game that he don't do anymore. So, but I get the logic and I don't have a problem with it.
I think Bobby in a 10 will press far better than if he's playing in a false 9 though, because there's less onus on him to be higher up the pitch. Agreed. And he'll be able to see things in front of him a bit more as well, in my opinion.
Maybe, yeah.
All right, this is where it gets fun now. Might as well start with you, Drifty. Who's the attack for this game in your team?
Let's just do this, man. Jota down the middle, Salah Mane. Let's just do this. Let's just do it, man.
Zane, do you agree?
Not sure. Probably yes. Well, it depends the formation we play and stuff. So I would potentially start Bobby rather than Mane if we do 4-3-3, and then just have Mane as a power sub. But I'm not sure. I don't know what to expect from Mane this season. I really don't, even though he is my favorite player. So I'm in two minds about this, but probably I would bench him at first and play Jota, Salah, and Firmino.
Fair enough. Matt,
I get the logic behind that. I do.
You went with 4-2-3-1 like me.
Yeah, so
So are you playing all the front three then?
yeah, so obviously again, Firmino would be in my 10 spot, and then left Mane, Jota through the middle, and Salah on the right. I know Mane hasn't. I know we've listen. Mane's having a very indifferent season for many reasons, but again, he's still Sadio Mane. Like he's still capable of doing something. Whether someone's in bad form or not, they can still do something. Like we can't just act like I don't know, like his powers have just gone away or something. Like just instantly, it doesn't work like that. I think when it comes to big games like this, a lot of people like rise to the occasion. And dare I say it, I believe Sadio Mane will rise to the occasion. I actually think he's gonna have a good game, believe it or not. And I think it'll show a lot of people wrong.
It's down to me now, isn't it?
No pressure. Under pressure.
I'm in two minds how I go about the front three. I think my heart is telling me to go with Salah, Jota, and Mane. My head's telling me we need one of them in reserve, though. I don't know which one.
You know who we've got in reserve. You know who we've got in reserve.
No, I don't know if he's going to be fit for the game.
Do you know who's actually the best person?
I heard he's fit.
Who you've heard Origi's fit?
Yeah.
Again, Drift, I'm not really looking to start an argument, but he's not someone I'd look to the bench for immediately.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't. But if we do go through, we'll all be back here. And I'll be asking you lot for an apology because Big Divock put us in a semi-final again.
He's passing one semi-final. He doesn't do it every season, to be fair. Yeah,
all right. But look, I'm not going to turn this into the Mane and Origi show. But go on. You got the floor, Cal. You do it.
The thing is, I think Jota is got the best impact coming off the bench, but he's also our most clinical of the front three.
That's what I was going to say to you.
Jota's the one that is making things difficult. I would probably start Mane, even though he's been terrible. I would start him because he's a threat, and I think he will keep their defense honest. That like they'll know they can't just play rubbish, and Mane won't punish them, in my opinion. Jota's the one. Do I start him or do I not? Because if Jota starts, then effectively we're saying these are all of our cards. We really haven't got anything that we can credibly say is going to definitely make an impact off the bench. Whereas if Jota starts on the bench, I know for a fact Jota's going to come on and there's going to be an uplift in the team, whether he does something or not. I'm going to put all my cards on the table. We got to go for it, innit?
We do indeed.
Got to go for it. Yeah, I'm going to go Salah, Jota through the middle. I think Jota has to be through the middle. Mane can't play through the middle. I think we've established that now. I don't know what this new thing that Klopp's doing is, but it doesn't work for Mane. And Mane left. I mean, he's going up against Real Madrid's third choice right back. So if there's ever a time to get your confidence back up, then hopefully this is the game as well.
Guys, just quickly, yeah. I'm trying to rack my memory. Other than the Atlanta game, has Jota played well from the beginning? Like all the moments of his brilliance I have in my head have all been off the bench. Can you like remind me of a time when he's actually been on from the beginning and batted up the game?
Leicester at home.
I can't remember that game.
Leicester at home, we won that 3-0. He scored the second goal in the game.
I'm trying to remember that. Yeah, but that was before his injury, isn't it?
Oh
yeah,
Wolves. Someone said Wolves. Remember the Wolves game?
Fair enough. I'm not saying there wasn't one. I'm just trying to remember when it
Brighton
wasn't
as well. Yeah, Brighton as well. We won one.
I'm just trying to remember when the last time he did well, and it was because I just keep having all the off the bench moments going in my head. I can't remember, but yeah, fair enough.
To be fair, I didn't think he started well on the last Real Madrid game. Thought he was, everyone was off, but I just caught a couple of moments when I thought, that's not really what we've seen from Jota before. But I think Klopp will start him regardless.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to read out these super chats before we do score predictions. So just bear with me a moment, guys. First one is from ZZ. 4-2-3-1. Fabinho, Thiago in the double pivot. Origi to lead the line, flanked by Mo, Jota, and Sadio in the 10. Any takers for that?
Then say that again. Read that again.
Sadio 10.
Yeah.
Mane and Jota on the wings, and Origi up top.
Sorry, Mane in the 10. Who on the wing?
Jota
and Salah.
Yeah.
And then who up front?
Origi for the middle.
Oh, you know I'm down for that.
Sorry, Zane, just quickly, what's your thoughts on Divock Origi?
I do think he's finished at this club. I really think so. He had his good moments for us, but I think he's just so lazy and so unmotivated. That's how I see him. Even I saw a video this season when Ali and Firmino were laughing about it.
Yeah.
Who is it? Oh, Divock. Yeah. Lazy. Yeah, I don't know. I think I know Klopp loves him, and I'm really, really grateful for everything he's done, because obviously we wouldn't want the Champions League if it wasn't for him.
Yeah, agreed.
But yeah, I think he had his chance, and I don't think he really took it. So I think it's time for him to move on.
Brilliantly put. Thank you very much for that, Zane. Troy M. Trent to Vinicius in my Debo in next Friday voice. This is the rematch. We'll see.
I see you. I'm not gonna bite. I see you though. I see you.
Ross says,
there's nothing to bite, Trish.
Origi gonna turn up like Undertaker at WrestleMania. Undertaker's retired. So. I don't know.
Listen, if Origi's fit though, I do think he'll be on the bench though. All jokes aside, I think Klopp will put him on the bench. He'll put him on the bench. He'll put him on the bench if he's fit.
So nice of you to say, Matt. So nice of you to say.
It's difficult, Origi.
So nice of you.
We've got to show our class. We're a classy club.
We'll talk off camera, big man.
We're a classy club, man.
Sly Ross one says, Milner start for me. We need a proper captain. That's what Zane Drift said as well. Gang and deep. Guys, I think Mane will start. If he does, would it not be a shout to put him right wing, Salah through the middle, Jota on the left, and Bobby in the 10 if we go 4-2-3-1?
I forgot what it's like to see Mane on the right wing, you know. I'll be honest.
Could be a shout. A Goalkeeper. Yeah. Fab should play right back. They will get confused. I don't want to see that personally. We need him in the midfield, in my opinion.
What? Say that again? Who? What?
Fabinho could play right back. It will confuse Real Madrid.
It will confuse us.
He's played right back in his career. It's not a wild.
Yeah, but we've never played him there.
But now,
why
now would Fabinho play?
Well,
listen,
but to kind of combat Vinicius, isn't it?
What Vinicius? What lightning quick Vinicius? That Vinicius? Yeah.
But we say lightning quick. We said that when Werner played against him at the beginning of the season.
All right. That is very true. But Timo Werner is like.
Yeah, totally different, Cal. Totally different.
No. I'm just saying. That I wouldn't personally do it, but I don't think it's a wild thing to say.
Right now, in my opinion, unless you're going for a back three, I think that's wild.
Fair enough.
Because the only reason I say that means whoever said that, then they're dropping Trent then,
or potentially playing Trent in midfield.
Yeah, but why would you put players out of position in such an important game?
Yeah.
No, I hear what you guys are saying. I'm not saying I would do it. I'm just saying I don't think it's as wild as it sounds.
You don't put Trent in midfield and put Fabinho at right back in the biggest game of the season. We would go ham on Klopp if he did that and we lost.
We would. Game. Could you imagine?
But we'd also laud him and say he's a genius if he did it and it worked.
No, I'd actually get bummy because then I'd be like, oh, is Fabinho going to be right back forever now? We're not going to buy a right back. We're going to play Fabinho there.
Listen, that would have to be the biggest wild card ever to put Fabinho at right back. And as you said, it's such a big game. This ain't like an experimental game. This ain't, do you know what I mean? I'll be shocked if he done that. Like,
fair enough. Geordie T says the pace of the game needs to be set in the first tackle with a man and ball sent over... with the man and the ball sent over the Kop, have them shook and make them realise who they are playing. As long as they don't get sent off or yellow carded, I'm good with that. Sly Ross one, Drift. Drift, can you remember Div's last goal? Struggling.
Yeah, he looked to the bench. He saw Klopp was going to bring him off, like always in the Carabao Cup. So he took a touch and banged it in the bottom corner. Yeah, of course I remember.
Was that against Lincoln?
Opposition is irrelevant.
I just asked the question.
Okay.
Troy M. Matt, go lock your doors. Drifty has the purple devil emoji with a wry smile on his face. Lock up or move. Ha ha ha.
Me and Matt will talk anyway. I don't like troublemakers.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk, bro. We'll talk.
We should play 4-4-2. Fab as right back, Trent as right midfield, Genie and Thiago as centre midfield, Mane's left wing, Jota and Salah up top. We switch to 4-3-3 when we attack. No takers. Fair enough. Sly Ross 1. Milner started forward the last 5 league wins in 2021. Leader. Zizi, King Divock needs to reclaim his prime Thierry Henry moment for this season, and there's no better time than now. Dortmund, Barca, Madrid.
Man said prime Henry, you know.
Wow.
Prime
You know what I
Henry.
like about comments like that more than anything? I just like the fact that that viewer remembers and appreciates the moments that Origi has given us, rather than the disrespect when everyone just goes, shit, da-da-da-da-da-da. It's like, all right, cool. All right.
LSC Aaron, could we see Shaq starting tomorrow? I don't think so. I don't. Just one word answers. Anyone see Shaq starting tomorrow?
No. Not starting. Maybe coming on later, but not starting.
Cool.
After doing the whole cater from the beginning in the other game wildcard, though, maybe if you want a one-word answer, it is Klopp. He does pull some crazy
Good point,
stuff.
you know. That's a good point. That's a good point.
And he might want a set piece taker as well.
True. Mane needs to start wearing a wig because we can't deal with that hairline and performances this season. Bit harsh, that one. All right, before we end here, score predictions. Drift, obviously, we know you don't do score predictions. I'll go first this time. I'm going to say 2-1 on the night to Liverpool. I'm just going to leave it there.
What did you say, sorry?
2-1 to Liverpool on the night.
If I was going to pick a score, I might have gone something like that. Yeah, I get where you're going with that.
You think what? 2-1 on the night?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going out then.
I just gave a score.
I'm just asking a question.
Yeah.
So we're going out then, Carl, yeah?
Yes, in my opinion. Yeah.
Okay.
Zane.
So I see 2 scores, either 2-1 as well or 3-0 for us.
Okay. Matt.
2-0 Liverpool. We go through.
Fair enough. Sly Ross 1 to balance it out. Matt, when was Naby's last goal?
Chelsea away. Was it? Yeah, Chelsea away or was it Chelsea at home?
Chelsea at
home.
Got the title.
Chelsea at home. We scored the absolute banger, that rocket. Do you remember that, people? Naby did that. Do you remember? Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, guys, all that's left
time ago, mate.
All that's left to do before we get really
Lincoln.
Naby, we can't, guys. All that's left to do now is like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave your comments and your score predictions below, but also make sure you go over to Zane Talk Sport and subscribe to her YouTube channel. She's doing some brilliant stuff over there. So make sure you support her like you guys support us. She's taken time out today to come on the channel as well. So Zane, really appreciate it. Once again, apologies for butchering your name at the beginning. Next time if I do it, just shout at me and I won't do it again. But no, we'll see what happens. This time tomorrow, the build-up's going to be happening. Obviously, we'll be back live tomorrow, straight after the game. Live on Instagram before the game and at halftime as well. We'll see. I'm going to wear my lucky socks, lucky top. Hope things come through for us. But no, absolute pleasure having you on.
We're in this position, by the way.
And on that bombshell, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Until next time, stay safe, stay blessed. We are Kopish and we are out, people. Take care.
Move 2-0. 2-0. Wrong way round.